And is really thinking about how you get here from the first place. How do you get here on earth?
Yeah.
You know, and if you really should really wrap your mind around that, it's really just the Most High giving back and also getting in return. You know, it's all about giving and receiving. You know, so even though a lot of us have never really take the time out to really give back to the Most High for His blessing that He gave us. You know, in return, when you really think about how you get here from your mother and your father, and they take care of you, and you know, in the same process of taking care of you, they're living, but at the same time, they're leaving you something. And when they leave you with that, they disappear for a while. When I said disappear, meaning that the soul has left the body, you know, and returned back to the earth. So you know have this great responsibility of understanding what you have achieved from them. So you can even pass that on as a individual now who have experienced what love is and how to share and how to give back.
Yeah.
So it's not just young artists. You know, I don't want to stick the thing and just saying, okay, supporting young artists, but supporting people or supporting any entity or anyone that you come in contact with. Because even right now, as we talk together on this interview, we call it the interview now because it's most people listening. It's really you and I sharing. I'm giving you something and you giving me something. So that's the process of life. Now, who don't want to see it like that? It's really just being selfish. Thinking about yourself and you and I and what I have and what I want and what I need and what. And when we start getting to this I thing, then we're not thinking about anyone else but ourselves. You know. So in the music industry, I have learned it. When someone had helped you to get out there, the only thing you have to do in return is help somebody else. You know? And even though a lot of times we are so selfish by holding on to our pockets. And we're thinking that helping should really mean that you're coming out of your pocket. And most people don't realize that helping can be anything. It can be just a word of inspiration. It can be just a message you leave with someone or something that you have done, you know, to help someone else grow, you know. And so with Yaksa, I didn't know him as an individual, as a person that I grew up with. You know, it is by just the connection of how words connect us together and how powerful words is. And when I start to listen to words, I listen to someone speak, even as a politician, and that's the same power most politicians have over the people, is that when they come on the platform and they speak, people believe that.
Definitely.
So when people believe it, they run with it. They support you because they feel as if you're on their side. You know, which as we know how that goes, you know, it's always a thing where it's not genuine from that perspective, you know. But Youngster, I discovered his music by someone just send me a WhatsApp. And when that person send me the WhatsApp, I don't normally get WhatsApp messages, music from that person. I normally get like information about how you can go ahead and how you can look about permits or anything to do with, you know, such things. So when I looked in there, I saw some voice notes. I thought they were voice notes, so I pressed it. But I pressed it, I hear the music, and that's what connects me. You know, I'm saying, wow, this guy is so talented. I mean, the music is different. It is refreshing. It is new to the ears, not the words but the message and how it was constructed and the melody and how he puts together the music. And right there and then, I have my live, so I tell him, look here, do you have anything else would this artist send me? And she sent me a lot. And I just start playing on Monday. The Monday I just start playing. I start up my program. We just start playing. Yeah. But for some reason, it seems like she have a conversation with Youngster.
Okay.
And I told Youngster that I was going to play his music. So he came on to my live.
Wow.
That's how I get connected to Youngster. And I bring him live immediately and talk to him for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, just to get his perspective on things. And it wasn't an in-depth conversation, but it was just a connection that to show that I respect his music. And as an icon, our people would say, an elder in the business.
Yeah.
And all I did was to just keep playing his music every Monday when I have new music Monday, and sometimes on Saturday too when I used to just play music.
Yeah.
And this is not me being a selector or anything. It's really just what I'm listening to at the moment.
Yeah.
So what I expect from people is really just what I like at the moment, and the music that I was playing back at that time, it was just music that I was listening to and what I like.
Yeah.
You know? And if that's what you want to call, say, you know, support, yes, it is a support. And yes, a lot of us, some of us don't like to say and speak the truth and to endorse things that is so positive. But anything that negative, we're quick to jump on it. And, you know, but for me, is that positive words can't be too much.
Yeah.
And it is not sheer enough. At the same time, we don't share enough positivity as though we endorse things that is not too positive.
Yeah.
So Youngster is one of those artists that I see, even though he was here a long time ago, I didn't know him. He was here quite some time working, but nobody really paid attention to his music because I don't think it was out there like that.
Yeah.
You know, he was traveling and doing shows all around. But, you know, I came across him when I was introduced to by his representative from the UK.
Yeah.
And that's all. I really get in touch with his music and start playing. Now, if you say, oh, is it Virgin? No, it's not my Virgin. It's my Virgin in music. But
yeah.
I've never called this man back. I've never had a conversation with him.
Yeah.
But I have to. But what I need to do is to really speak how I feel about his music.
Yeah.
And if you want to call that endorsement, I call it the truth.
Definitely.
You know? Yes.
Yeah. And the reason why I wanted to kind of have this conversation was because you kind of touched upon it about sharing kind of positive messages. I mean, everybody got very excited when, you know, just recently we had Bounty Killer, you know, we had Capleton and Buju Banton, DJ Khaled, all come together. And I was thinking, why are people getting so excited? Shouldn't that be an everyday kind of collaboration, people coming together? You, as somebody who's been in this business, tell me why people aren't unifying, aren't coming together as much.
I don't think it's really a matter of not unified. You know, I think how God has planted the seeds in most of us is really to show our true potential. Now, when you discover your true potential and you started to make a move with it, people will find you interesting.
Yeah.
And based upon who find you interesting, and also the what you'd call it now, the I want to put it in a way where you can able to understand the chemistry. So music is all about chemistry. It's all about how and who and what and when and what.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So why most artists are not doing a lot of collabs and, you know, with each other, I think it's really just a matter of the ideas coming together. People see themselves as individual source.
Yeah.
But what I've noticed over the years and why I never used to do a lot of collabs.
Yeah.
I can speak about that. Sometimes when you go to an artist that feels that he is established in such a way where he don't need anyone to give him that extra thing.
Yeah.
It feels as if, well, why should I do this collab?
Yeah.
But why I never normally do a lot of collabs, because I've reached out to many artists back in the days to do collab with. And I realized that it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
It wasn't happening. So I was like, okay, how do I explain to this artist what the idea is? And even when you explain sometimes, it takes a long time for them to say even, okay, let me think about it. I don't think this will fit me. Because you can be honest.
Yeah.
The music. But what I realized also with Jamaicans and some artists, if you're not, and I guess you can say it is a way of thinking that I can't help you, but you can help me. Yeah. And I think it's a matter of sharing that moment. For me, it wasn't like that. For me, it's always anyone I could able to do a song with that means something and can able to make a difference. I am willing to do so. Even though I'm open to doing collabs. I do a lot of collabs on this album, my new album, with a lot of young artists that I don't even know about, and even ones that I had established as well.
Yeah.
But it's because of the timing.
Okay.
And also the chemistry that we have to think about it too. Not every artist can be able to come together to do a collab that the chemistry will be perfect and you will get a hit song.
Yeah.
The idea about collaboration is really to make a difference within the industry.
Yeah.
To grow, to help to put some growth and to happen on another surface.
Okay.
Call it, because a lot of us are not doable when it comes to upping over onto the other circuits, because then, and most people who do collaboration, especially from overseas, who come and collab with, especially like hip-hop artists and things like that, they're looking for people who they admire in the business.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not coming to say, let me do a song with Skipper Tone.
Yeah.
They don't know Skipper Tone. They didn't grow up on Skipper Tone music. They grew up on bourgeois music. They grew up on being a fan of this person or that person. So them wanted to do a collab is because of that reason. I think even with DJ Katalyst, you can see certain artists. That it's not that he doesn't know other artists and aware of them. It's just that it's people that he respect and admire in the music. You hear the names again. Yeah. You see, Fireman Capleton, him have the Fireman. You can see where he got that energy.
Yeah.
Loving by just loving Fireman. And then if you go by Buju Banton now, you see him have that little seriousness there with Buju, like him serious about business, and then you see him have that, and then now the Bounty Killer, him have the rude boy thing too, because him like that. So you can definitely see the chemistry there.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So when I see that, I am happy. Yeah. Because I'm saying, here's another brother who admire these guys. This is a great combination. I mean, they have similar personalities. Yeah. All similar personalities, If you notice how DJ Khaled talks sometimes, he talks about Jah and in meditation and this and that, and about do certain things, and then on the mountains I study him, love that kind of thing. Yeah. So a person like Capleton would have much more fitting. Now Barrington Levy is everybody household artist.
Yeah.
Who would want to do a song, a collab with Abin Barrington Levy in a collab? It's an iconic moment.
Yeah. Definitely.
But we have to also remember, Khaled is kind of young. In the business, and he's growing beautifully. Yeah. I don't want to spend all my day talking about DJ Khaled, but I'm just giving you like example of of what, because there's so many other artists who are out there that haven't got that opportunity, like what Jefferson and Buju and everybody have.
Yeah.
So I think we need to build ourselves up. I think what we need to do is to really spend more time thinking about the business side of the music and what will help the music. Important.
Yeah.
Instead of we thinking that, okay, I'm waiting for Puff Daddy, I'm waiting for Snoop Dogg to come to Jamaica to make a difference.
Yeah.
Because we have the artists in Jamaica who can make a difference. What they need to do is cut out the bull crap, and they need to sit down and think about how to grow this business and grow themselves.
Yeah.
Stop thinking about how if I do a song with singing melody, me have to help singing melody. So if I will get him big already and I don't want to do nothing with him because, right now, team the big and then things slow down for him. So now I try up on my shoulder. It's not about that.
Yeah.
It's really about the business. I don't need a guy combination to be melody.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a guy combination with me don't need me for him to be himself.
Yeah.
But as you think about the music and where the music is going, then you can say, wow, this is really a great iconic moment. Like when Lost Farm.
Yeah.
Lost was formed out of ego. Lost was formed out of making a difference in the business and to try to. All of us are singers and we had our own individual career going for us. We don't need a loss.
Yeah.
But why loss? It's the same reason. Why we put Lost together is because we saw something that would be better for the industry.
Definitely.
So I think that most artists who are in the game right now, as much as you can be able to grow, you grow, Don't watch no face. You never know who's going to give you a hit song because a hit song doesn't really just come out of just sitting down around a desk and signing a contract with Island Record or with Universal for you to have a hit song. First of all Universal get interested in you.
Yeah.
It's because you're making music. And they see that you have potential to sell. Yeah. That's when labels get interested in you. It's because they know that you can make a difference with their company.
Definitely. Wow.
There you go.
For real. And sometimes, also as well, I wanted to talk about, kind of collabs, unity and so on, because even when in my own community, if I should say, we've got DJs and you've got like so many different DJs, but none of them will come together for their own kind of ego. And I always say to myself, why? Why won't you just come together? You're playing the same music from the same community. Why won't you come together?
Yeah, it puzzled me too. I mean, some people are very egotistic. Some people are, their ego drives them, and some people just think that I am better, a better performer. So why should I use my betterness and make you better? You see, they get this whole thing backwards.
Yeah.
Because if you remember how I started this conversation, is how do you get here?
Yeah.
Who gave the opportunity to you? How do you arrive being this artist and this the most talented person? You didn't just arrive here, man.
Yeah.
Someone responsible for that.
Definitely.
So be responsible and just say, look, we need to grow. We need to all grow. And no matter how old you get, there's always room to learn more.
Yeah.
Because life has no ending when it comes to learning and expanding yourself. So for me, I am always going to challenge myself to find out what next, what can I do to help. And not only that, you see, for me now, I have no energy to waste. I have no time to waste. So even if I'm going to collab with the artist and they're not mature enough, I will tell them.
Yeah.
I will be honest. I will say, look, I really would like to do the song with you, but you need more time to practice because your flow is not on point.
Yeah.
I like your voice. I like some things about it, but the flow and the song that we're trying to collab with is really not catching on. You know, I'm a producer. That's my job. Is to find the chemistry and to find a song that people would like. You know, I've spent 35 years learning this craft and learning how to be a better listener. Because how I got into this producing thing from the first place is by what I've learned from the best. That produces me. The Bobby Digital, the King Jammers, the King Tubbies, just name them. All of them have investment in singing melody. And the Sly and Robbie, I spend hours standing up in rooms with Sly and Robbie, just admiring these people, talent, watching them creating beats. Wow. And I was like, yo, this is really powerful. And to see the time that they put in and how they invest and how they fix things, how they make things come on board. That is what drives me. Today, to tell you that I think I'm more capable enough to find talent, to help talent. It costs money, and we don't want to run away from the reality. And I think that's why we have so much music out there that is not substantial, that is not calculated properly, is because people just think that music can just make in a bathroom and it's okay. You know, you can just say anything on record and it's okay. And it's all right because it's just music. Music is not just music. It is not just music. It is words, sound, and power that create a frequency that travel through this four corners of this earth and give people something that they have never gotten before. How much are these artists have gotten the opportunity for fans to tell them that your music saved my life? How much of them? How much people have ever heard what music has done when people walk up to you and tell you and bring you albums to shows and say, please, I'm asking you to find it for me. I bought this 1980 or I bought this 1990. You know, I have it in my collection. I said, one day I hope to meet this artist because he saved my life. He helps me to. Those are the things that make you think as a person and said, wow, should I just say anything out my mouth? Or should I just make sure that I calculate every word that I'm saying? And if you talk to a lot of people, they will tell you, oh, my music is just music. I'm not responsible for what my music does. Yes, you are. Because it's word, sound, and power. And when you send a signal out there, a message out there, it is not just in your backyard. It's fly out. You know? And that's why you see over the years a lot of artists want to change up them flow and can't change up their name. Because the name them, when they lived up back then, it was a hungry name. It was a name that was so angry. It's like they walked it out there because a lot of artists, whether you believe it or not, too, you know, they started out doing positive music. And they realized that it wasn't catching on. So they have to change up things and come and start to say what people want them to say. Just to be among the elite and be among the people who are making noise. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you can't take back what you put out there. So most of them change their name. From Mr. Shooter to Mr. Lover.
Definitely.
Because no money has made now, so they're not hungry anymore. There's no more shooting happening, so they're rich now and they have everything that they need. So therefore, I can just flip the script and say I'm Mr. Lover. Don't need to doubt me that I'm not Mr. Lover. I have done this before, I have done that, and they show you a track record of what I've done. I want my record to look really nice, you know, in the sight of job, because when I think about my connection, even though it is with man, and I am connecting to God, I wanted to make sure that my record look a way where when him look on my record, him can say, yeah, this was a Grammy record, you know. And I am pleased of my son, because my son, him said some things to my people that stay with my people, and you know, it's just a thing. Yeah. I am not worried of being a person that saying that I have to pay back for what I've done. And that is what I'm worried about.
Okay.
You know? It's not the money. It's not the fame. You can make fame and money out of almost anything. But what should I do? Sell my soul? When the Almighty responsible for it, why should I do? Sell out what He gave me to the devil? Yeah. I'm not going to do that because of money. And that's why people might say, well, singing melody, you should have the fairer than this, you know, man. Oh, you know, the fairer than this. I mean, I say, well, because I'm not saying the things that the people, that poisons the people. I am saying the things that I think I know best how to say. So, like, if I should say something bad out my mouth, I will catch myself immediately, because I know that is a violation to the human race.
Yeah. Yeah.
So helping to spread the good news about the youngster is really a great thing, because he's talking some truth in what he's saying.
Yeah.
This truth is connecting to the universe. And that's why I see people are catching on to him now, is because of the truth.
Definitely. Wow. You know, it's so refreshing to hear somebody else say what I've been feeling and thinking. It's so refreshing, because I'll be honest, sometimes I do feel a bit upset, you know, when I see people, they kind of change their avenue. You know, they're conscious and then they'll go down this other path, and I'm thinking, please don't. And I'm so happy that yourself hasn't, you know, you've kept to who you are, and your tunes are amazing anyway. Every tune.
lot of separation and struggle comes with that, because when you're not doing what the massive are doing, you felt like you're out in a desert by yourself. But for the most part, even though it's so hot out there, you want water, you're thirsty, you want everything that somebody could have helped you with. But then, you know, you're saying to yourself, why? If I should get this water and quench my thirst, you know, would it makes me better?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm thirsty, but would I still feel the same way? So my music is personal to me until it gets out there, it becomes the people's music.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like making a song, coming up with an idea. It has to be purposely done. And that's why I don't, as an artist, I don't sit down every day and talk about me. I create music. Because every day I'm creating music gives you no real joy. You have to find a way of creating.
Yeah.
What is it that you create this song? What was going through your head? That doesn't happen every day.
Yeah.
That happens sometime by you not even thinking about music.
Yeah.
You know? So people get up every day and just carelessly open your mouth to sing or DJ. You will sing crap after a while. Because you will out-sing yourself.
Yeah.
You know, out-sing yourself in such a way where you're willing to sing anything and everything. You have to make Jah dwell in you and give you that inspiration. Pray to Him every day and ask Him for guidance and ask Him to show you a way. A lot of people jump in front of God because they feel like they are gods themselves. You know, they created themselves. They bring themselves on earth. They know the future. So therefore, the Almighty get no credit anymore. Everybody takes the credit for themselves. You know?
Yeah. Wow.
I cannot do that, because I know where my foundation is, you know, as built. You know, my mother, my father, everybody that came before me have planted this seed. And I'm not going to let this seed just wither because of needs and wants. Every one of us need things.
Yeah.
Want things, but do we really need it?
Yeah.
You know? After you want it and you get it, you realize you don't really need it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, and then it's too late because you're already sucked up in the devil's mouth. You know?
Definitely. So, you know, singing melody, you know, we've spoke about that, and we've spoke about if young people are listening and they want to do, you know, conscious roots, however you may call it, authentic, but it won't necessarily get them down the path of following the masses and following and getting what they money and all this stuff. What would you say to them to encourage them to go down this path?
Well, the thing is that what you have to understand, life is all about programming, right?
Yeah.
And everybody that was born into this world is born into a program. And that program is when your mother and your father give birth to you, you get a certain kind of programming inside the home.
Yeah.
And that programming take you through while you're age of growing up, learning about how to keep your household together, how to keep your space clean, right? How to be a clean person.
Yeah.
My mother used to use these words, cleanliness is next to godliness, and she used to say, you guys need to clean up your space and keep yourself clean, and you know, all of this is a program that you learn. And sometimes that program can be able to take you through life and in a way where when you go out there on your own now, you start to realize that, wow, you know, it's a lucky thing this program was in me, because my mother taught me all these stuff and my dad.
Yeah.
You know? But when you go out there now, there's a different society out there that you have to now learn a new program, how to deal with that society.
Yeah.
So what I would also recommend, what I would recommend to youngsters who are coming up in the music, be yourself. Find your own program. Know who you are. Yeah. A lot of people are walking around today don't know themselves. They're lost because you see they're connected to nothing. So if you're connected to nothing, then you're going to fall for anything, you know,
definitely.
Comes your way. That's why a lot of people go to prison. A lot of people go desperate and go do other things because, you see, they didn't know who they are.
Yeah.
So get to know yourself, and get to know what you're connected to. You know, if you want to be an artist, find some people who you look up to.
Yeah.
And said, you know, I am this person. Who could I align myself with? Just like I was telling you about DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
So I don't know this man. I've never spoke with him, but I've watched his vibe online. I watch his music and how he create. I watch everything, and I watch how he promote himself.
Yeah.
And you can see that he associates himself with people who he emulates, who he look up to.
Yeah.
And you learn from them. So we all need to learn from each other.
Yeah.
Just like from the Most High. To be positive. Everything is a process and a learning curve. And you got to find yourself first before you start dabbling into everything and other things. Now, we understand that not everybody find themselves on the fly.
Yeah.
So some people go through some energy and go through some changes that they have to learn from, and said, oh man, this is not me, you know. My mom was always telling me not to keep certain kind of friends, but here I am now in a certain kind of group, and it makes me uncomfortable. So you got to know now, okay, I need to pull myself away from this, because this is not who I am.
Yeah.
Because you're not going back to your foundation of how you grew up and how everything comes together for you. And this is what's going to propel you now to find your real way into this thing. So music, if you like music, learn to play an instrument.
Yeah.
So you could have a relationship, because music is a relationship. It's a relationship with you and your craft.
Yeah.
You got to learn to do it the best way you can. We didn't have the luxury of going to music school. Music wasn't even taught in school. If you talk about music in school, you get beaten till you're sick.
Yeah.
You know? You want to come out to be what your parents would say, a dirty Rasta boy, but you want to come to music. Music is for people who have nothing to do. It was that kind of platform that was open back in the 80s and the 70s. Once you're in music, is a worthless man.
Yeah.
You know? But now, look, a lot of people are sending them kids to college to get this degree. And when they got the degree, they came out not really wanted it, you know, and spent up all the parents' money. And then only to find out that music is the thing that you need. Yes, you need a degree to do everything, but then at the end of the day, you don't need talent to do everything.
Yeah.
Talent to do everything. So talent is a part of it. And if you find yourself aligned with it, you don't need a degree.
Yeah.
To do it, because it's talent. It's raw talent coming from the Most High. That's your gift.
Yeah.
So find your gift. So that's the end statement. Find your gift and what you're good at.
Yeah. Okay.
And work it. Not just music. But just anything that you're good at. And that's why God is so powerful, because look at what He has done. You know that one doctor couldn't serve the world. So I'm giving every family we're born, in every 10th family, there is somebody who's thinking about being a doctor.
Yeah.
So therefore, there's many doctors, millions of doctors around the world.
Yeah.
There's millions of psychiatrists, because it takes millions of us to really help each other. Millions of agricultural people who are feeding the world.
Yeah.
Millions of this, millions of that, because there's so much of us on this planet that it takes millions of everything.
Yeah. Wow.
That's it.
Wow. And so I've got to ask you, who did you or do you look up to and emulate? Who do you kind of take from?
Everybody.
Okay.
If you ask me, you know, my earlier beginning, yes, some foundation people who I used to be around, and I love them, you know, because I've learned so much from them. Like I just called some names earlier, but then, you know, you have the Dennis Brown, the Gregory Isaac, the Junior Mervin, the Yellow Man, the Chosen Wheel. You know, my thing is not about the singers, it's DJs and the Ura, you know, the Bob Marley, everybody who have contributed.
Yeah.
You know, Anita Baker, there's so much, you know, people, and even now, still going through the process of saying, boy, I look up to that person, and even if they're young.
Yeah.
It's a learn. You still have to keep learning and keep inspiring yourself. Get inspiration. How do we inspire?
Yeah.
If there was no Tesla, new car, now would we be thinking about electric cars? No, because we inspired again.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that we could have made an electric car that drives every day, right around without charging. Look at this. No, I don't have to stop at the gas station. So you're now being inspired again to move on to something else.
Yeah.
Inspiration is just inspiration. It doesn't stop and it doesn't go anywhere. You know, it's really everywhere, and it's all around us, you know.
Definitely. Wow. So, you know, I wanted you to let the listeners know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, I feel very uplifted with our conversation. I feel like it was a needed conversation, and I feel like more and more people need to talk about it. You know, the business aspect, just what can improve the industry overall. I feel like it's really important, and I just wanted you to kind of let the listeners know about your album and kind of like what they can expect on it, because I know sometimes people don't always keep up to date with the albums and music that's coming out.
Absolutely. My album is really the next chapter of my life. I put it like that all the time because people just need to know where things is coming from. How do you arrive here?
Yeah.
Why should I support you? As again, I started out telling you that music to me is personal. I make music on a personal standpoint where I feel like everybody is going through some similar things like this. And by going through that, I can be able to express it a little better than most people would, because for the persons who don't have a voice or don't understand that a formula on how to really speak about it. I feel like making an album like this give people the opportunity to see things a little bit more clearer, to listen things differently, and to also connect themselves with the Most High. So the next chapter is always, it's about my life, it's about what I'm listening to now, what I'm vibing to, how do I, evolve, where did I get the idea of just coming up with a song like, if I was to give you tonight, would you give me the time of my life? It's really just a melody. It's really just a vibe. It's really a connection between lovers.
Yeah.
I feel like people are getting less passionate now and less romantic. Everybody just wants to just grab and yo, I love you, baby. I'm liking a girl like Ray, and ta. And there is no seducing. There is no getting down to reason and get to the level where you can able to really get somebody into you. People have no patience again with those things. Everybody just want to see a girl and you get a girl and it does happen.
Yeah.
But no. But you have to question, if I was to give you, would you make sure that I am getting the same? And that's what the song is saying. But it's a connection to a different kind of a group of people who actually, I would say, for the bedroom dwellers, for ones. And a lot of times people are saying, oh, well, how that is positive in this time. It is positive. That's how we get here.
Yeah.
Over the years, people are running away from sexual conversation with their kids and with, and so on, because they feel it shouldn't be discussed. But it should be discussed. Yeah. Because that's how all of us get here.
Yeah.
It's not a bomb, drop out of the sky. It's that interaction.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I have this feeling where I just feel like I could give more. But then I want to make sure that if I'm giving, it would be the same. That you enjoy that, and it would be something more spiritual connection, and and don't play me through the system. Don't play me through this because I give in to you. Enjoy what you get, and let us keep this, as something fiery. So people ask me about this album. I can explain it in so many ways because I've sat down and I've thought about all the songs that I want to do. And the energy that I want to bring to this. When you make a song about giving thanks, it's not just because somebody give you something. No. It's because over the years, we've been taking, and none of us want to admit that we need to give thanks, for the people who have came before us, who have set the foundation before us, who have taught us what we have learned today. So my album, The Next Chapter, it is not just about making music. It's just about inspiring and using my voice to speak to the people who can't sing it.
Yeah.
But they would listen to a singing melody and feel that and say, this is what I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next chapter is definitely something that I cherish under my belt, and I look up to this project because it was done in a timely manner where I get time to do more thinking. There's also some of the songs also inspiring, coming from an inspirational point in my life, and a learning curve, because I have changed my life by just even the simple thing of what I put in my mouth, because I've learned that now. You know, 15 years ago, I wouldn't have talked like this, but now I've learned, because life, like I tell you earlier, is all about learning and advancing yourself. And the more you learn, is the more you can do. It's the more you know yourself, it's the more you get connected with the Most High, because everything that he told us was in this book.
Yeah.
And he told us how to live and what to do to live. You understand?
Yeah.
And so the next chapter is really just what it is, and I applaud people to go out and take a listen to it. You know, my contribution and my investment in the funds are a lifetime investment.
Yeah.
Until this breath leaves this body, I will be using it in a way to give back to my people and to make my peers proud. You know, people who I have looked up to, and this whole industry. You know, I want to say something on a sidebar too about, because I've never called names. You know, some people, some artists don't call names, you know, because they don't want to give credit.
Yeah.
They want other artists to feel like they're bigger than them. But I don't care, because guess what happened now? I know I might be bigger in age, but I'm not bigger than anyone. Everyone is gonna get to my age when I pass.
Yeah.
And some people are not going to reach it.
Definitely.
So nobody is bigger on this earth. You just got a gift and you're doing what you're doing, and you will get more out of what you're doing by what you put in, and then by your timing of how you enter into this music. Some people get it quick, some people get it over time.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I've been here since 1985. I've been out, and I felt like I have achieved a lot, and I felt also that I have lived to see greater achievement in the music, and I've lived through that moment feeling like it was me who received it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So even if I don't get what a Shaggy get, I still feel accomplished because I was here before Shaggy.
I like that.
And even if I don't get what a Buju get, I was here before Buju.
Yeah.
I was here before a lot of people who are getting credit now, which I'm very, very happy about.
Yeah.
And feel accomplished. Because I said to myself, if it wasn't for Dennis Brown and Gregory and them Monday, I wouldn't be here today. Receiving this blessing that they have planted. So who am I to have a corrupted heart and mindset about people who have made it?
Yeah.
To the top. I have made it too.
Yeah.
In my time. I have done it and still doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
So who is bigger than who?
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's about keep on reinventing yourself. Keep on turning that wheel.
Yeah.
Keep on getting out there. Keep on letting people know your presence. And that's why even you as a young person, you know, who have taken the time out to talk to a person like me, who you could have gone to many different other people, I also appreciate that, because that actually opens eyes to a lot more people.
Yeah.
Who never get to know me. I didn't get to even talk to me. You know what I mean? People sometimes put artists into a superior state. I want to make this clear to the fans out there that I'm not superior over anybody. I'm not better than anyone.
Yeah.
I am a servant, and I'm here doing music to soothe you and to inspire you and to keep you happy. I don't make music to make people sad, because I'm not a sad guy, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the whole gut inside of me you get out today. It's the gut that's inside of me that has always been there that people didn't know.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, I can feel the passion and the love that you're bringing through the phone. And you know, it's been one of the most realest conversations I've had. And I just feel like for a good while now I was thinking, who could I ask these questions to? And you kept coming into my mind. So that's why I had to ask you these questions. So it felt like a good connection. And I'm happy that you answered it, you know, honestly, and just told your truth, which is the best way forward.
Well, you know, I would say that I am also, it's a feeling inside of all of us.
Yeah.
Which we don't need to hide behind it, because guess what happens? All of us have some form of truth in us. What stops you from telling it?
Yeah.
It's because, again, as I told you before earlier, most people feel if they say it, they're going to give other people credit over them.
Yeah.
But no, not at all.
Yeah.
Credit is just your credit.
Yeah.
You know, nobody can take your credit off of your phone unless you make a call.
Yeah.
You make a call, then the credit will go down because of your credit you use,
yeah,
right?
Definitely.
But you just gotta be real, and you just gotta be truthful to what you are. And I don't see it any other way. I don't know how to do it any other way. I mean, over the years as an individual, why me and everybody get along is because I know how to pace myself with people. I could live with a lion and me and him cool because I understand who the lion is. You know?
For real.
There was a story about a frog and the scorpion. I don't know if you have ever heard it. And this is a very good one, and it's also a joke. The scorpion met the frog at the riverside.
Yeah.
And he said, the frog said, he was going across the river. So the scorpion said to him, "Hey buddy, what's up, man? Let me ride on your back, go across, because you know me can't swim." And the frog said, "Really? You want me to take you across the river, Mr. Scorpion?" And the scorpion said, "Yes, man." He said, "No, man, I'm not out of my mind. I won't give you a lift because you're going to sting me when I reach in the middle of the water and kill me, and I can't afford that." The scorpion said, "No, man, are you crazy? How can I do such thing? Remember, it's me want to cross the river, you know." So the frog think about it and him say, "You know, you're right. You wouldn't kill yourself and commit suicide. Come, all right, let me give you a ride across." So while he going across on the frog back, his natural instinct just to sting, so he just sting the frog, not realizing that he was going to die. So when he sting the frog, he sting the frog said, "You see what I'm telling you? That's why I never want you. You know you kill me."
Yeah.
The frog said, "Sorry, it's just my natural instinct." So the frog died and the scorpion died, which makes no sense at all. But some people natural instinct is just to be out of themselves instead of be themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
For
the
real.
natural instinct is to be out of themselves and not connected with themselves. That's why I started this interview, this interview, saying to you that you just have to just get to know you. Once you get to know yourself, then everything else would be where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Blessings.
You know what, see, Melody, I just want to say thank you, you know, for having this conversation. It means a lot to me. And, you know, listening to yourself from when I was young, my dad playing it, it's been a blessing. And I really appreciate your time, you know, just telling your story. I appreciate that.
Yes, and thank you so much. And I hope that your blessing will continue growing, because, you know, you're a wonderful soul as well yourself. And you have everything that it takes to really be better. Everything. And you just have to just keep doing good and keep doing great vibe. Great vibe like this will also take its place into the right people's mind, and also to, you know, because even the worst set of people on the planet who are doing the wickedest things, they have them time to, when them have to sit down and listen to conscious things, to feel the guilt. So things like this actually give people who are not thinking the same way like us do to really get to themselves and to feel the guilt about everything that they're doing. So therefore they can able to refrain from that and to start to realize that there's a positive way, and there's a way that people can love you and you can love yourself and love others, you know? And I think if even the leaders of this world stop being greedy and crazy about getting up everything in their corner, we'll also can be able to learn
Yeah.
You don't learn these things in university.
Definitely.
Or you don't learn things by robbing and stealing and killing. You learn these things from the Almighty God and the Most High. The humbleness.
Yeah.
Nothing that I'm saying here I read in any book.
Yeah.
Or anything. But what I've learned is, God has made me and made you.
Yeah.
And made everybody in this world. So we can able to live this way.
Yeah. Definitely.
So why should I want to follow anything else, you know?
Yeah.
So that's it. Respect again.
Anytime.
Is just hope that you continue on a path where I not hold it to nothing, because you have to grow.
Yeah.
And you have to learn for yourself. But hope that you stay on a path where people can expect the best from you at all times, and you can expect the best from yourself.
Yeah.
You know? Not just what people, because sometimes people drive it to want something else from you when you already know what you have.
Yeah.
So just go and tread on the ends and make it be wonderful for the world. Blessings.
Blessings. Thank you. Have a good rest of the day. It's been a blessing.
Respect.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thanks.